Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Kafka's signature Lightcone, Patience is all you need. Why is the community suddenly talking a lot about this Lightcone? Whether you have or you don't have Kafka, this Lightcone is actually an interesting one, and let's jump into it. I'll share with you exactly whether this is actually worth it in version 1.6 and beyond, and we'll do some testing also to talk about why the community is talking so much about this. Basically, for those of you who don't know, what makes this Lightcone unique is it's one of two only Lightcones in the game that has the ability to proc DOT, not caring what your character is. So if you are using Sampo, for example, you are able to proc Shock with Sampo, a Win DPS, a Win Nihility character by nature. And why is it so special is because if you scroll all the way down to Patience is all you need effect, this has a 100% base chance to inflict Erode on the enemy target and is considered as Shock, which is a lightning DOT for the enemy, which means any Nihility character that uses this, including Welt, also an imaginary DPS, is able to proc DOT, which helps increase the versatility of like your team compositions in future. Why or how that affects, let's just go into the team comp menu and I can show you real quick. So, for example, right now you have a character like Kafka, who procs Shock in your team composition, whether you have her or you don't have her. And probably you are maybe running like Sampo in the second slot, which allows you to proc Shock and then Wind Shear now. And then in the third slot, maybe you have S-Star for burn with her basic attacks, Huynh for burn as well. So you have 3 counters already, then you are able to proc very nicely this relic set, the Prisoner in Deep Confinement, because you do need 3 DOTs to get the max defense shred of 18%. What Kafka's Lightcone does is it actually allows you to run with one less DOT character into the mix, which means what does that effectively mean? If you are running a Kafka, you're running a Sampo team in the second slot, you're probably maybe running a character like S-Star in your third slot right now for that burn so you can get the max stacks if you don't have Kafka's signature Lightcone, or maybe you're running Huynh to get that full stacks. Of course, the alternative right now that you can try is going a preservation unit, for example, like Jett here, and running the Trend of Universal Market for this additional burn that you can do. But not all of us want to play like with a burn preservation unit in the last slot. Some of us maybe want to play a more offensive Huo, who is one of the best in slot for DOT team right now. So this Lightcone actually gives you quite a lot of flexibility, which because you can swap out a character like S-Star for a much stronger AoE buffer, for example, the likes of Runmei, or even running another DPS character in the third slot. Who knows what it might be. This is, of course, what this Lightcone enables. It enables your whole roster to be a bit more flexible. But now let's go ahead and do some testing. I want to show you a little bit using Jett as the sample. He's going to be proccing burn on the enemy targets. But the biggest question is this Lightcone able to be counted as the 3 stacks that is needed for Prisoner in Deep Confinement? Let's go ahead and test it out. So I'm slapping on like Jett with a 4-piece Prisoner in Deep Confinement. What we're going to do is just simply going to switch Kafka with and without her signature Lightcone. So just focus on the fire DOT that Jett is doing, which is going to be quite interesting to see. First things first, let's start off with the Lightcone on. We can see the damage that's available. So very simply just going ahead and smacking this guy. So focus on this Void Ranger Trampler. We're just going to go ahead, smack. So go ahead and pop this. So we want to proc as much of the DOT available. So you can see now Void Ranger Trampler has both Shock and Erode, which gives you both the debuff that is available on the target. I'm just going to go ahead and smack so we can see some burn DOT numbers. He's going to hit Jett. So now he has that burn on him. Let's try to keep the uptime there. So I'm just going to go ahead and smack this guy again. So you can see like triple stacks now. And let's take his turn and then you can see the burn number real quick. Let's just slow it down so we are able to see like the number that is appearing. So you can see triple debuffs. 3, 4, 7. That's the number that we're looking for. Now I'm just very easily just going to switch out Kafka's Lightcone for another random Lightcone. We don't really care what this one is. Let's just switch it out to Fermata, for example, since it's thematic for her same design. And we want to see whether the number deviates from that 3, 4, 7, so we exactly know if this Lightcone procs the Prisoner in Deep Confinement 3 effect. So just smack this guy real quick. So we're just going to do the same thing. Maybe speed it up a little bit. So he has currently no butt debuffs. Let's go ahead and change that. We proc this. Let's give him a couple of debuffs here. So one debuff, not enough. You need to have both on him. Let's try to get another one. Okay, so now he has both the stacks. He has both the burn as well as the lightning. He just needs to take his turn and then we are able to see it already. So just smack him real quick. You can see the damage. Focus on the burn number that is going to happen. It was 347 previously. And you can see it's 336. So slightly less than before, about like 11. But it shows that indeed the signature Lightcone of Kafka actually does proc the DOT. Now let's talk about this Lightcone real quick. And I want to explain to you why I think it's going to be very, very useful moving forward. So this Lightcone not only is like best in slot for Kafka, but if you don't have Kafka and you maybe are thinking of running a future character that is of DOT in nature, this allows you to basically proc like lightning for sure. You can always have like lightning DOT on with any Nihility character that you play. No other Lightcone in the game currently has this ability in an AoE fashion. This is, you are able to proc like an AoE. So if for example, if let's say Black Swan in future, a Wind Shear DPS, a Wind DPS, uses this, you can inflict both shock as well as Wind Shear both in one character just by using this. Patience is all you need. I think this makes it super flexible, pulling this Lightcone now, because if you don't use it on Kafka, you can use it in other future characters. Having this rare ability to be able to force a shock in is super, super good. I think this is by far the standout outlier in terms of a 5-star signature Lightcone, because no other Lightcone is able to do this in an AoE fashion. Other than, of course, you have Trend of Universal Market, but that's like a preservation Lightcone, and it scales with defense specifically. This one scales with attack percentage, which is very nice for most Nihility characters, DOT scaling characters too. Of course, here you increase damage that is universal. Everyone benefits from universal damage increase. At the same time, you also get a speed increase after every attack, which is also universal. Patience is all you need. Is an insane Lightcone for any DOT character in future, and I think it's a worthwhile investment. And it changed a lot since 1.2 because we didn't see a lot into the future, but now that we are looking into Panacony and future DOTs characters coming out, I do think Patience is all you need is very attractive, and you should definitely consider it if you are considering pulling for any maybe DOT character in 2.0. You know that wink wink. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, do like and subscribe for more of such future videos. I will definitely be doing more once we have more official content coming out. And see you in the next video.
素晴らしい。さようなら。